Number three, what will the person you get interviewing get out of the interview with you? List some benefits for them. Stop thinking about yourself for once. This is really hard, by the way. We all are self directed, okay? I love that. But what I want you to do is think about them. Well, maybe I can do an interview with you. You can share this with folks. So you need to think about not only how they benefit by promoting your product, but even if they just did an interview with you and shared it with their folks, would it add good value? Would it give them some insight? Could you get some nuggets out of them that they haven't shared with folks? Some really good stuff. This is where you start going in because when you talk with them, you're going to start thinking about them first and then you. This is the great way to create a joint venture, what I call affiliate programs, getting somebody else to promote my product or service. Now, four, be in charge and schedule it to make it easy for your interviewee. One of the real keys to creating a joint venture is not to try to be anal retentive, though God bless you if you are, you're going to be ahead of the game. But to, to think about a little checklist, which I'm going to show you in just a second. How do you schedule and get people ready to go? Because if you've mapped this out, what I do is I have a pre-call, and don't worry, I'm about to show you a checklist, a pre-call where I discuss with them for 15 minutes who I am, get them comfortable. I schedule the call, make sure they sign my waiver beforehand so I can get the content, and then I follow up with them. So schedule a pre-call of about 15 minutes if possible. That means just introduce yourself because what happens is a lot of times we wait to the interview, and that's not bad. It's not like you can't do it that way. But God, I love to say, let me touch base with you for about 15 minutes, prep you. Here's what's expected of you. Here's what you can do. Do you got any questions? Anything I should not talk about? Anything that would make you uncomfortable? Let me talk about you. What's your interest? What do you love? I mean, what makes you happy? 'Cause what happens is you start talking to that, people start talking about themselves. So arrange a specific time to talk, uninterrupted, at a time most convenient for your interviewee. And here's what I mean by uninterrupted. Many people are so busy that, for example, I've done a lot of interviews in the dental industry of all places, setting up a client who we are building as a project. Dentists, once they start going after about 9, 10 a.m. into their day, they're gone. They're multitasking, they're stressed. We found that doing the calls early in the morning, even though I hate the mornings, doing them early in the morning was much better than later because I could get them at an uninterrupted, calm time. A lot of my top CEO friends, I'll interview them at 8 in the morning their time or 7:30. Why? They're just getting started. Once the 9 a.m. train hits, my God, it's hard to chill them out and get them focused. Now, what's interesting is you usually have the beginning of the day or the end of the day to get them, whatever's convenient for them. But take this from a night owl. Even though I'm a night owl, they're not a night owl. They're up early in the morning and they can give me their fresh, uninterrupted time. Yay. Then I go back to sleep during the day. But for those who are morning birds, I've actually found this is a great time because a lot of people at 6 p.m. at night, man, they're burnt out. And it doesn't mean you cannot do it, but just think about it and see what's convenient for your interviewee. Okay? Let them talk 80% of the time and you 20%. Here's the thing I find. Even in my 15-minute call, ask them questions, and I'll share with you a few of them in a second. Ask them, get them talking about themselves. And I don't mean to be phony. You should be listening and find out what they love. Like a lot of guys who try to pitch me products, try to focus on how much money I'm going to make, or, In D, I say, match the speed and the tone they talk. Don't fake it, but get in a rhythm with the way they talk. You guys know me, I talk really fast. Many internet guys do. Other people are very, very specific, frankly, a lot calmer, more organized. And I'm mocking this right now, not to mock them, but to give you an idea. You want to get in rhythm with the way they talk. You go, hi, how are you doing? This is Declan Dunn. And this is, honestly what I used to do. I'm really excited about this project. I'd love to get you going. That's me, okay? I had to learn to slow down, talk, and let them talk more than I did. Because yes, I want to promote my product and I love my product. But more importantly, I want them to be in sync with me, in rhythm with me, so that they can listen and understand at the speed of voice they're comfortable with. If anyone studied NLP, this is one of the basics of NLP. And I'm not an NLP expert, neurolinguistic programming, but it's about the way people like to talk. So listen to them and match yourself to their pace, to their rhythm, not to fake it out. But mostly, what's happening is this person talks a certain way. You want to talk similar to that so that they don't feel rushed. Or if they talk real fast, you're going to have to speed it up a little and just let them talk more. That's the funny thing with people that talk fast. They'll actually be comfortable talking more. And what you want to do is to get into their rhythm, okay? And use the pre-call to introduce yourself, your product, and ask open-ended questions to elicit what they do, and later on, listen to see if they are interested in marketing with you. Okay? So questions might include, if you're just in a business sense, I do a lot of just business talk, not people who are doing really great important projects, but people who are basically in e-commerce doing marketing, they're into business. Who's your typical customer? That's what I ask them, how can I help you? If I was to meet one of your customers in the real world, how old are they? Are they male, female? Where do they live? US? What part of the US? They live around the world? What you're doing is that's what they're interested in, and the most important questions about customers: age, gender, and location. Now think about this. As a joint venture person, I'm also going to learn if their audience is mine. All right? And if they have no idea who their customer is, they just told me a lot, because any good joint venture partner will know a lot about their customer. And the more they know about their business, the more likely you are to find success with them. This doesn't mean you eliminate anyone, by the way, with any of these questions. What I want you to do is get more attuned to listening than talking at them. Speak with them, okay? For the interviewee, the person you're interviewing, what are you doing right now in terms of business? What are you doing? What's your latest product or service? You doing a seminar? You got a product? What's up? What's happening with you? Tell me what's going on. Here's something I love. Share with me something great that has happened to you recently. What's great about your life? Now that might be a weird question to ask to some people, like my New Yorkers, who say, "What do you want? Go hug a tree, buddy." But what I ask them is, what do you love? What's happening in your life? Tell me something great that's happened to you. Get them in the positive focus. Get them into thinking, because a lot of times people come with all their troubles, especially if it's the end of the day. Life is stressful. They've been doing stuff. Get them to think about something good. Get them to think in the right side of their brain and start picturing stuff. What can I do to help your efforts? Now, I'm not saying you have to promote them, and a lot of you might not have email lists, okay? That's okay. Well, is there anything I can do to help you? Can I share some feedback on your landing page, on your idea? Is there anything I can do to help? And after this intro or during your call, you then let them know what you're doing, what your business model is, how this interview fits in. By doing that, you plant the seeds for a possible joint venture. I limit my beginning call to about 15 minutes, so obviously I don't ask all these questions, and I'm not trying to get you rigidly into one way of doing it. Develop your own style, but make sure the first 5 to 10 minutes they're talking, the last five you are in the intro call, and save your longer times to talk after the interview. Now, I like to ask them to do a joint venture after the interview. You can do it on the pre-call if it's comfortable. Sometimes it is, but be careful. Careful. Get the call done and honor their time.